All right, so I briefly answered this question in a previous person's question, but I had the question submitted again, so I'll spend a little more time on this. The question is this: how long should you date until you get engaged? There's no one size fits all answer to that. The reality is it could look a lot different to a lot different type of people. In that, I'd say there's a couple things that you want to make clear on, like date the person long enough that you know them, that there aren't huge surprises that you don't know about. Obviously, people could not disclose something and you don't know about it, but you really want to know this person really well. They should check off. You should have a list. I physically wrote a list of non-negotiables, things I was looking for in a spouse. And I would check them off, not like physically, like every time I went on a date with Melissa, but mentally, you can physically check them off. But make some non-negotiable statements about, hey, this is what I'm looking for in a spouse. These are things I'm not willing to compromise on. So as you're dating, as you're getting to know this person, if they start to check off all those boxes, and maybe even some of the negotiable ones, like, hey, this isn't something that's necessary, but this is something I would love in a person, and the person you're dating meets that, along with the non-negotiables, like, hey, they're a believer that's living for the Lord, that loves the Lord, and all those things start to get checked, and there's some chemistry between you, and you really enjoy spending time together. It might be time to start considering the path of engagement and what that looks like. Can you see yourself being with this person for life? Would they make a great spouse in that? Ladies, is the guy a leader that's worth following? And guys, is the lady a lady that loves the Lord, that isn't just idolizing you, but truly loves the Lord and also loves you? So I would say that can look a lot different and at all different ages. Like I said, Melissa and I got married in our mid to later 20s. That looked a lot different in our dating time to engagement time to marriage time, and even our thoughts on, hey, when we'd have kids than we would have thought through it if we were 18 years old. And so, hey, if you have some time with that, be really wise. It is a really important decision. It is a big decision to make. And that time of engagement is the continued discerning season to say, am I absolutely certain that this is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with? A person that could multiply the ministry that I do, a person that makes me a better person, I make them a better person, that we're great partners, we're great teammates, that we can work through these big things together. And so there's a lot to weigh in that. It's not a light question. I would say get the insight of godly individuals in your life that love you, that care about you, that know you at least, and maybe even your boyfriend and girlfriend before you, hey, pull the trigger on asking that question. If you have godly family members as well, really bringing some consensus. If you're like, yeah, I want to propose to this person, and all the godly people in your life are like, do not do that. I don't think you're ready. I don't think they're ready. Like, hear wisdom in that. So there's not a biblical mandate of, hey, this is how long this happens, but there's some wisdom and discernment in that. Feel free to reach out to me, either of you that asked the question on engagement. I would love to discuss it more with you. I'd love to be able to hopefully provide some insight into that, but hopefully that gives you some good guidance on that. All right, thanks for the question.